This is how to use a Dahua NVR 4.0 after being set up by Next Level Security. Here we have the main menu. The main things you have to know on this main menu is search, backup, and network. Firstly, we're going to search. Here in search, we have different options to look at these cameras. Here in the calendar on the top right, we have a dot below each set of dates. This represents the days it has been recording on the hard drive on the recorder. Depending on the hard drive size, depends on how many days it can record. Below, you can see a big bar of green and yellow. Green represents continuous recording, while yellow represents motion recording. From the left and right of the green and yellow bar is 24-hour time represented by that day. So on the far left is midnight, to the far right is midnight of that day. To zoom in, on the bottom right, you have 24 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and 30-minute time. You can click on these to zoom in on a very specific time. Below the calendar on the right-hand side is the list of cameras. Here we have 4 cameras: front door, driveway, and games room. We highly recommend to only view 2 cameras at a time, as the high quality of the cameras can only be viewed so much by this recorder. Deselect the cameras you do not wish to view and only have 2 selected at a time. By clicking into the selected time of the cameras, you can then view your playback time represented on the green and yellow bars here. Again, green represents continuous recording, while yellow represents motion recording. Motion will be set off and this yellow bar will appear if anything moves in front of the camera. A car, bug, an animal, a human, anything. Next, we have network. Network is only needed if your NVR is connected to the internet. This is mainly so you can see the cameras on your mobile device. If the cameras are not working on your mobile device, select the network down here. This screen will come up, TCP/IP. Ignore all of this and go down to the very bottom that says P2P. Above it says status. If it says online, it means your recorder is connected to the network. If it says offline, please make sure there is a connection from the back of the recorder to your network router, or double check the connection of your internet. Finally, backup. From the top to bottom, we have device name. When you connect your USB to the USB port on the NVR at the very front, the NVR should be able to view your USB stick. Now, we recommend anything more than 16 gigabytes, as a lot of data will be saved. Below device name is storage. You can then browse and select where you would like these recordings saved on your USB stick. Below that again is record camera. Here you can select the amount of cameras you would like to save. You can only select 1 camera at a time or all cameras at once. We highly recommend to only do 1 camera at a time, as if you do multiple cameras at once, you will be recording a lot of data and it can fill up the USB stick very, very quickly. Select your camera you would like and then the type of recording. Now, the only types that are really necessary is continuous or all, or motion recording. Next to type is mainstream or substream. Please always select mainstream, otherwise the quality will be very, very low if it is on substream. Mainstream allows you to get the highest quality recording from the cameras. Below that is your start time and end time. Select the date and time you would like your recording to be saved, and then the end time of that. We do not recommend to save a recording any more than an hour or 2. If you do this, this will fill up your USB stick very, very quickly. Below that again is now file format. Please always select MP4. This will then be allowed to be viewed by many computers, as DAV is not a very common file format. Once all those have been completed, on the right next to file format, select search. A list of camera recordings will then appear below, and then it will show you how much space is needed at the bottom left corner there, in the brackets needed space. If you have the space required based off the USB that you have, select backup, and then wait for the backup to complete. That is the basics of the NVR.